That's live now.
Here we are. Okay, so nobody's going to join right now, but I'll just share for anyone watching this as a recording. Aditya and I have agreed to do a live coaching session. I will play the role of coach. You'll play the role of client, and we've also made some agreements beforehand to acknowledge the fact that this is being live streamed and shared, so it will not be exactly how a typical coaching session goes, given that there is quite a lot of intimacy in the confidential elements of coaching, but we'll see what can happen. And it's a way to share, share some space and share what the work looks like, to share an experience. Before we get started,
Right.
Aditya, anything you want to share as part of the introduction, overall elements?
Yeah, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Aditya. I'm in Bangalore right now, and I like writing stories. Uh, I'm a storyteller. That's how I see myself. That's how I connect with people and engage with people. And this year, I've been trying to write a lot more fiction than usual, and explore that side of myself, which is also something I wanted to talk about in coaching. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the session. I've been following your work on Substack and I've been seeing you online. We briefly connected in the past. So I'm just curious to see how this goes.
And also feeling excited to connect with you more and have this shared experience. And um, for anyone who never met me before, doesn't know who I am, yeah, coaching is one of the things I do. One of the ways that I like to play with relationship and energy and intimacy. And it's very meaningful for me to be able to share it because I think we should all have access to healing and ways of relating that are very slow and gentle. So hoping to bring that today and um, trusting whatever comes through this. It's my first experiment with the live stream coaching session, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel okay.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
just let's take a breath to open it up, and then I'll ask what topic you want to explore in the session together.
all right.
And what would you like to get out of this time together?
Uh, I'd like to explore a pattern I've been seeing in my life and yeah, just get your thoughts on it, talk about it, see where it goes. So,
Yeah.
pattern is basically that there are things uh, that I like to do, that I want to do, and there are things where I'm good at something and I'm wanted, uh, where other people want me to do something or they need my help with something. And I feel like I really want to explore more of the things that I want to do. So, an example would be something like I want to explore my creativity. I want to write more fiction. I want to write fiction professionally. I want to make it as a writer, uh,
Hmm.
that I have an audience I directly connect with, engage with, who enjoy reading my stuff and are willing to pay for my stuff. And, we have this supportive relationship. This is what I want on one hand. And like if I have to give an example of the other side, it's something like there are people who have problems like uh, They might want me to write something for them. They might want my help with analyzing something, executing something, with recognizing patterns, with breaking down stuff and stuff like that, which I'm pretty good at. Uh, they find it very helpful to just have a conversation with me about what they're doing. And then I'm like, hey, this. And like a big picture, I see this, but like the details, you do this, you do that. Like that's how I break it down. And I feel that's something that I don't try to do, but then I just can't help it. Like in the moment when I'm talking to people, like if they're telling me about what's going on in their life, it could be like a technical problem that they're solving. It could be like an interpersonal problem. It could be like a professional situation or anything like that. But I feel like I ask questions that are useful, or I structure things in a way where it's very helpful to them. And immediately there's the sense of you just like made things so clear, and can you help me do this? And I find it very hard to say no, because that could be one of the things I want to get more into. But when there's this feeling of like, hey, I'm being wanted, I'm useful, I could help solve this for somebody, I can improve their life in some way, I immediately just like cave in and say,
Mm,
okay, let's do this. Let's figure out a way to do this. And at the same time, I'm trying to reason myself into thinking like, this is not going to be such a big deal. Like I'm going to be writing fiction. I'm going to be like doing everything that I want to do. That's going to happen. I'm going to be pursuing it, all of that. This is not going to be such a big commitment. It's not going to be such a big drag on my time. Um, and like I can't let this person down. Like
mhm,
they have a problem and I'm like perfectly suited to solving it. So why would I say no? Like that's the feeling I get. And over time, like I usually just say yes and like we figure out a way to work together. Earlier, I wasn't explicit about how we work together, but I think I've gotten better at it over time. That I'm like, we are going to do it like this. We're going to have these agreements. We're going to check in. We're going to like assess how it's going and all of that. But over time, I start feeling uncomfortable about it. I sometimes feel resentful about it. Like, hey, I'm putting too much time here. I'm putting too much effort here. Am I actually contributing value? Could this time be better
mhm,
spent like pursuing what I want and all of that? And there's also this resentment of this thing I actually want to do is write fiction. And like nobody's coming and asking me to do that.
mm,
Like nobody's saying like, hey, I really want to read your story. Like, where's the next story? Or,
mm,
write this novel for me. Like no literary agent is coming and saying like, hey, write a book. Whereas when I'm just trying to be unemployed, basically, like I'm intentionally taking some time off and saying like, I don't want to do anything else. I keep getting invitations and problems to solve and, uh, you know, ways where I can help other people. And some of them just want help. Some of them are willing to pay. And some of them are, yeah, like I have different motivations for doing these things as well. Sometimes the motivation changes when I get into the project, but I
Aditya,
feel
let's
resentful. Yeah, one sec. Let me just like round this out. So I feel resentful, like
yeah.
I'm not the thing I want to do, like nobody's asking me to do. And like there are all these other things that people are asking me to do, which I don't feel excited about, and it's like occupying all my time. So yeah, that's what I noticed.
Great. Yeah, I'm hearing the tension between the what's coming from you and what's coming from others. And I want to hear from you if you're willing to just take a moment. You don't have to give the answer just yet. In one sentence, what's the core of this?
I think it's an inability to say no. I think, yeah, I feel that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Mhm. And I'm hearing you want to be saying no.
I'm not sure. Like in the moment, I'm not sure whether I want to say no. So
Mhm.
maybe that's part of the problem where
Can I ask what are you noticing is happening in your body right now? If you tune in, what areas are being activated?
some my view, chest, like a little bit of fast breathing, like tightness in the chest.
Maybe we ask the tightness. What's the what's the topic for our session? Let's see what the tightness has to say.
Mm. It's an inability to remain in a situation without getting sucked into it, without participating in it. I would say,
Mm,
like, I feel I have to do something if I'm in a situation. Like,
mhm,
it's my responsibility to do something here. If there's a
mm.
silence, I have to fill it by talking. If there's a problem, I have to solve it. If somebody's facing distress, it's my job to calm them down. Uh,
Can I try something out? You tell me if it doesn't land, it's totally fine. But something, the word that's coming up when you say this is guilt.
little bit, but it's yeah. There is a bit of guilt.
And what
Guilt
else?
is
What else?
there's a guilt if I refuse or if I hold back.
Mhm. If you have a
There is a
boundary.
bit of yeah, and there is anxiety if I at the moment there is anxiety like I should be doing something now. Or yeah,
Okay. So now I'll ask you, I think we've done some exploring in a couple of words or maybe a sentence. What's the topic of our session? And maybe you can frame it as I want to rather than I don't want to.
I want to connect with people while also while taking care of myself first. Like that. That's how I would put it. Yeah,
I see, you say that and I immediately see you smiling.
yeah, yeah. Because I said while also taking care. Like I put myself in the end. I was like, I want to connect with people, but I also want to take care of myself. Like I'm also there in the picture, but uh,
Mhm.
yeah, like I want to take care of myself first, and I want to connect with people. So
Mm.
I don't know if the ordering matters here. It's kind of puzzling actually.
There's plenty of time. If you want to give it a second pass, you can. You're a writer, so you know. You do second draft of the topic too.
Hmm. Doing second drafts is something I have a big problem with. So.
Okay, let's table that one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just ask this on a scale of like
Right.
1 to 10. Um,
Hmm.
1 is like I'm so far out of the picture, I'm completely erased, and 10 is this thing like I'm fully here, 100% acknowledged, and still in connection. Where do you see yourself right now?
I didn't get the question completely. Can you
Yeah, that's
just
okay.
repeat?
Yeah, like I'm thinking, imagining like if you were to give yourself a score or like a measurement How
Hmm.
close am I to this idealized state? One is just I can't even imagine that it's possible. And 10 is like I'm fully present, all of my needs are met, and I'm fully connected. What's the
The
number
state
for
where I'm trying to get to, you mean, like
yeah,
the picture I have in my mind.
yeah. And which number are you at today?
I would say I'm somewhere around four, no, five, six, somewhere around that.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm not doing too bad, but I also know there are things I want to work on. Yeah,
There's
somewhere.
things ways to improve. Well, before we
Yeah,
go further, maybe just spend some more time with 5 and 6. Like what is it like? What are some of the experiences or emotions that you're having at this place?
frustration, but like, why not 10? Why five? Why six? It's impatience.
Impatience,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
You named
and
resentment earlier.
yeah, resentment. I don't feel resentment saying five or six though.
Well, I just mean the experience of it, not even what does it feel like to say 5. I mean, when you are in your life in these relationships, what is that like?
Yeah, resentment's not coming up now. It's more of impatience, frustration, uh, fatigue. I don't know, like tiredness.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm suppression. Like I'm suppressing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of friction, swimming against the tide. Uh, yeah,
Maybe let's invite some embodiment. Will you make a shape with your hand that represents these feelings, the suppression, the frustration, the impatience?
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It gives your body a chance to express it too.
Mm.
Yeah, what is this? What are you representing with the fist here?
Bottling up a lot of feelings. I mean, tightness.
Yeah.
Uh, not expressing what I want to express. What I'm actually feeling, and pressure to be a certain way or to behave a certain way when I'm actually feeling differently inside.
Mm. Something that you're feeling that's true is not getting to be expressed out loud.
Mm. Yeah, it's also like something that I want to express is not being expressed because I'm unsure of it. I'm uncertain about whether it deserves to be expressed, whether I'm right about it, whether I know this is 100% true, or like,
Mhm.
hey, this feeling is not strong enough to express. Uh, and there's a lot at stake here. So I can't
Mm.
afford to express this.
There's a lot at stake here,
Yeah,
so I can't afford to express this.
yeah.
Yeah. I can really see how it's like your own tug of war with yourself.
Mm. What do you see?
I see that you're internally there's a feeling, and then there's one more layer that's gatekeeper that says, don't show this because it can go wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is something that's been coming up in conversations a lot. Where I've been expressing this. I've been telling people this that I'm I'm afraid to be excited or happy in some sense
Mhm.
because there's always this feeling lingering around that things are happy or things are exciting for now.
Mm.
Things haven't gone wrong yet. I'm going to blow it. And like, there's this fear, like, uh, yeah, like things are going to go wrong. I'm going to do something that's going to blow it.
Mm.
So I have to like keep this under control. I have to put a lid on this. I have to like
I have to clench the
make,
fist.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then you're walking around with the clenched fist.
I'm going to say something wrong. I'm going to do something wrong. I'm going to do something spontaneously, which is
Mm.
not monitored, and I'm going to blow it. I'm going to offend somebody. I'm going to cause the failure of something where like something big is at stake,
Hmm.
and I won't be able to face the disappointment that comes up after that. Or I'm going to cause
Yeah.
something irreversible. Yeah, I'm going to break something and then I can't put it back together again. That's the feeling that keeps coming.
Right. So it's not just um about the other person. It's I heard you say my own disappointment might be too difficult to
Mm,
face.
yeah.
Yeah. So this right now, this is easier than
Mm,
feeling the disappointment.
mm, yeah.
I want to take us to a new place. We were exploring 5 or 6. What's another number we can explore? Like, where do you want to look at? What do you want to look at while we're together today?
What else do I want to look at? Like other
Like,
topics?
sorry, what I meant is which number? Like, okay, this is let's say call this 5, right? What's
Mm,
the number that
mm,
we can take a moment to get into contact with?
10. I want to go to 10.
You want to explore 10.
Sure.
So it's up to you. I'm not asking because I think there's a right answer. I'm asking because I want you to choose.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to go to 10. Yeah.
So let's try something. Let's not go there with words. I'm going to invite you
Mm,
slowly to move with your hand and let the fist itself come into the experience of 10. So you will make a different shape. And we'll start there and then we'll ask, what does it look like? What does it feel like? So let your hand guide you, I guess.
yeah. This is how 10 feels.
This motion.
Yeah.
Just have it for yourself before you even have to tell me anything. What are you experiencing?
It's free
Hmm.
and so it's natural. There's a rhythm to it.
See the rhythm, yeah. One thing I notice is that 10 doesn't mean you never clench again. 10 can
Right.
include the clenching and the movement. That's very interesting to me.
Mm.
But let's bring it into the maybe your behaviors, your patterns. Who are you when you're experiencing the 10?
I'm free. Uh,
Hmm.
I feel playful almost, and also that there's no fear basically, and there's 10.
Yeah.
It's more like there's a sense of humor about it. There's like a little bit of playfulness. Uh, the way I see things kind of shifts. It's like instead of I felt like when I was at 5, I was trying to think in terms of right, wrong. How do I defend myself? How do I justify myself? How do I explain myself?
Hmm.
Uh, how do I present myself to other people? But when I'm at 10, it's more like I'm just gonna go with the flow and like uh I'm gonna see where it goes. And
Let's see where it
yeah, like
goes.
if people ask me like what's going on, then I'm gonna joke about it. I'm gonna not try too hard to explain myself. I'm just gonna like invite them in and like let them go or whatever. But I'm just gonna do my thing.
Mm,
And yeah, it's almost like it's a place where it's like my home where I could invite people and like they can come and go as they please. But like I'm kind of playing the drums basically. Like I'm just like chilling.
you're the rhythm keeper.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with disappointment when you're in a 10?
Hmm.
Maybe let
I
the
don't
hand
know.
give an answer.
Right. Hand stopped. Uh, uh, I think it would slow down a little. Like the hand slowed down. It's more
Mm,
like it's still in tune with things,
mhm,
and it's not really trying to stop things. It's not really trying to speed up things. It's still going. It's kind of like beating with the disappointment. It recognizes it's present, but it's not trying to control it in any way. It's like it's okay. Like the disappointment is there.
mm.
It's flowing along. It's there. Yeah.
Yeah, I see here at this place you're controlling neither your excitement nor your disappointment. You're just letting it be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you, where should we take the session from here? We've explored these things. How do you want to apply it, or how do you want to go forward?
Mm, I don't know. How do I apply this to decisions that come up? Like I think I forget the state exists when I'm caught up in like a conversation or an interaction with somebody else and I start feeling that void that I have to fill, like problem that I can solve or uh, the distress that I can solve or something like that. I find it difficult to remain in the state maybe, or I forget that it exists.
Mhm.
Uh,
Maybe we start by
or
giving this. Can we start by giving this a
mm,
name? Like I'm calling it 10, but that's because we had a scale. But what would you
mm,
call it to help you recall it in the future?
the groove.
The groove.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you also have this hand motion too for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you want to remember this when that void feeling comes up again?
Mm. I don't know. Maybe I'll just like do this then when the feeling comes up and see what happens. I don't know. And like
See what
let it.
happens.
Yeah.
Something about that struck me. Let's see what happens.
Mm. What struck you?
At 5, you were saying, if I'm too free, I might lose connection and I might have to face
Mm.
disappointment. Now
Mm.
it's, let's see what happens. You're not predicting anything, you're not modeling anything.
Yeah. The disappointment or fear of failure doesn't seem as pressing when I'm doing this. I don't know
Mhm.
if that makes sense, but
Well, what else?
it's
What is present if the disappointment and fear is not as present, what is present here?
No, I'm not saying it's not present. I said it's not as pressing. It doesn't
Got
seem
it.
as controlling. Like
Mm,
can still feel like, yeah, like if I say no, like this guy might get offended. If I insist on this, the other person might feel this way. Like, yeah, okay. I guess he feels that way. It's like
yeah.
it doesn't the other person's judgment or disappointment that the other person expresses doesn't feel like an evaluation of me as a person somehow. It so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that and that feeling and this can coexist. Like,
What about,
and I guess
well,
it
maybe,
sucks, but yeah, I guess it sucks. So fine. Yeah,
it
I don't know.
sucks.
It feels
Okay.
it feels a little like I'm not trying to be. I'm feeling guilty actually. Like when I'm like, oh, like I'm so casual about it. Like
Uh-huh.
the other person, when I'm at 10 and I imagine the other person feeling disappointed and me being okay with it, like there is a voice in me saying, hey, like this isn't you. You're not so casual about these things. Like what's going on with you? Like
Right.
you
Maybe
can't.
we can, why don't we bring in
This sounds arrogant. Yeah.
why don't we bring something in around accountability? What kind of
Mm.
accountability do you want to express at 10 in the groovy place?
Mm.
I'm watching
I
you
think I
do
wanna.
this.
Yeah. I mean, these are all like this isn't new. I think I do this all the time, but it's just like coming up. It's
Mhm.
coming up in the session. Like I didn't notice I do this. Inner accountability, like I don't know what would that look like.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting question, right? If I'm not, um, I sense there is a distance between arrogance and being free,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
And maybe it's not going to come, the answer is not going to come in this session, but I feel the interesting question is, what does it look like to be accountable while also not being, um, scared, I guess.
Enslaved. Yeah. Or
Okay, enslaved. Yeah.
yeah. I think accountability might look something like choosing to do something for somebody else rather than feeling compelled to do something. Like
Mhm.
uh, this. Okay, can I talk a little bit more about this? Like it brought up some stuff.
Yeah, I'm here with you.
Yeah, sure. So this brings up the question of what are my motivations to like actually engage in interactions with people, like maybe helping them out in some way, or my tendency is to like be useful in some way. Like I'll offer to do something for them, or I'll offer to listen to them,
Hmm.
I'll solve some problem for them or whatever. And sometimes I do it without negotiating anything upfront. I'm just like, hey, you want this written? Oh, okay. You have the story idea. Like I'll flesh it out for you. I'll like structure it for you. I'll uh, put this proposal together for you or whatever. And I put in like 5, 10, 15 hours of work. And I don't think about me in that picture
Hmm.
when I'm in that flow. Like it's all about how can I make life easier for the other person. And then if it goes well, fine. If it doesn't go well, then like the resentment kicks in. Like, okay, I did all this work and the other person didn't appreciate it. The other person didn't take it seriously. So it's almost like there was an implicit expectation when I did it. Like I'm gonna uh, do all this without any explicit negotiation, but there is some implicit expectation here. Like I'm going to put myself at your service so that you will be at my service later. Almost like I'm kind of taking a back seat here so that you'll take a back seat there. It's
Right.
yeah, that. And I've noticed that little over the like last couple of weeks or whatever, and I feel very uncomfortable about it. So I notice myself volunteering help, and I feel very good when the other person accepts the help. I feel very good about being useful or whatever. And then after the other person gets used to me, I notice myself being like, okay, like I'll tell them to do this, I'll tell them to do that. I'll uh, I can ask them to behave a particular way. I can ask them to structure their life a particular way, and I start getting annoyed when they don't listen to me, almost as if because I volunteered to help and contributed value, I'm like, hey, now I have this power over you, and I want you to listen to
Hmm.
me. Uh, and I don't know where that's coming from, but
Hmm.
it seems to be fulfilling some sort of function. I don't know what it is.
I'm having some intuition that the resentment you mentioned earlier has something to offer us here. I'm wondering, like, if you tune into the resentment, like, what do you notice in your body?
Anger, like breathing is a little heavier, and as my face is a little like crinkled up.
Yeah, I see it. Can we tune in more? Like, are you willing to just take a moment and just let it expand or just get intimate with it? You can even close your eyes if it helps.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Yeah.
I think I just want to be fully into the anger. Like I want to take it head on, like that sort of thing.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm with you. Go for it.
uh, throat is dry, teeth are like gritting.
If we gave the anger a microphone to speak whatever it wants to say, what would it say?
This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Like that's what it would say. This is not fair. Uh, there's no justice in this world.
There's no
Like
justice in this world.
yeah. Uh, yeah. Sort of like that. I knew this would happen.
Hmm.
It's that that's there.
What's the this?
I mean the feeling of resentment saying like I knew this would happen. Feeling of anger saying I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
It's just like
What is it that that your anger knows would happen?
that I would be treated unfairly or I wouldn't
Can I
get
try
things
something?
my way. I wouldn't get what I need, I guess. It's almost
Yeah.
like yeah. It's like I knew you wouldn't get what you needed and like you decided to try this anyway. Like
I knew
yeah.
that like I wouldn't get what I need.
Mm.
What's the need? What need is are you holding with you?
Need to feel connection.
This is a very beautiful need. Huge human social being need.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing that you give in the hopes that it will lead to connection. And maybe you give from your own body in the hopes that it leads to connection.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think there's a feeling like if I am useful to the other person, I will then earn this connection. I will then deserve this connection. Um,
Mm.
So it's like connection is something that has to be earned, which doesn't make sense, but it's also how I feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
It's
able to.
totally, yeah, totally valid feeling too.
Mm,
And I can see how it creates this equation. I have to do it right. Because if I do it wrong, my needs will not be met.
mm, yeah,
Can we invite the groove a little bit and ask the groove, what do you have to say about this? What's your wisdom here for our exploration?
saying like pause for a bit. It's like when in doubt, pause. Mm,
Mm.
take some space. Uh, like
Let's listen.
you don't need to keep doing this. You can do this, chill for a bit, and
Yeah.
do this, and chill for a bit. It's like, yeah, take some space.
Why don't we take a pause right now and take a few breaths and see what wants to come through.
Mm, okay.
What are you aware of?
I don't know. I'm feeling a little distracted. Right. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we can bring that in too. Maybe there's wisdom in that.
Yeah. It's more like, okay, now you're taking the space. Now what? It's sort of like that sort of feeling.
Yeah.
Just there's almost an expectation that if you take a break, supposed to know what to do at the end of the break. So
Mhm.
that's kind of how I'm feeling.
Yeah. I don't know where we're going either. What is it like for you to just, to not know and to be in the pause?
Mm, it's distracting almost as if I have to reach for something. Like
Mhm.
I have to fill the space with something. It's uncomfortable, I guess.
Mhm. I'm thinking that we're approaching a good time to wrap up the session, and maybe this is a moment for me to offer you something to take with you.
Okay.
When I work with somebody, either I'll offer a question, something they can sit with, or an action, uh, activity, or homework, if you want to look at it that way. But I feel that where we are right now, is a very interesting inquiry for you. Um, and it's not something that needs to be figured out. And we can create it together. So maybe I'll offer you this. And if you're like, Rishi, I like this part, but I want to change it this way. Oh, you've been doing that the whole session. So guess I
Mhm.
want to offer like, yeah, what is on the other side of the pause? What is on the other side of the discomfort?
I think I'm afraid of finding out.
Mhm. Are you willing to engage with it? Even just 1%?
Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, there is a very practical example of this in the sense that I am uncomfortable with silences and taking space from people in general. And
Mhm.
I'm generally like the first person to reach out and be like, hey, how's it going? Long time no see. Been silent for a while. What's going on? And all of that. But I've been trying to get more comfortable with the idea of taking some space. And even if I reach out in like a week, I'm like, can I go for 3 more days without like reaching out? If I reach out after a
Mhm.
month, can I go for like 5 days? Like what's gonna happen? Like I want to just like
Mhm.
see what's gonna happen. And even in conversations, if my impulse is to talk within like 10 seconds, like taking a little more space, like a minute or two. But yeah, in a larger metaphorical sense, I don't know like what's on the other side of the silence. I don't know. Uh,
Right.
it just
And
feels
it's,
very, very anxiety inducing.
I'll encourage you,
That
just
it,
like just like how we discussed before the session, go as far as you choose. Don't feel like you're not tasked with figuring this out all at once. I mean, I want to ask you, what's the experiment you're going to run to explore this more?
I want to see if I can say I don't know more or not be the one to offer solutions in a conversation or a negotiation.
Hmm.
Like I want to resist that feeling, that impulse, uh, to to fill the silence, to fill the uneasiness with. And I'm feeling discomfort in the room, and I'm feeling discomfort in the conversation. I want to resist the urge to
Hmm.
be the person who mediates, who fills the silence, who proposes a solution, and see how far I can hold it.
Right.
Uh, like I have a few conversations coming up, few situations coming up where that might happen, where
Hmm.
I express what I want, the other person expresses what they want, and then there's no meeting point, and I don't want to,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
step in.
So I was just going to ask if you knew of a specific scenario where you wanted to do this exploration. So you have something in mind.
Yeah,
So will
I'm
you?
pretty sure it'll come up like
Mhm.
multiple times over the next few days, weeks, whatever, where
Yeah.
I don't want to jump and be like, I can't help. This is how I can help. I just want to like sit with the silence for a bit, let the other person ask for what they want, let the other person propose a solution or whatever, like whatever they want to do. I just want to be doing this.
Just remembering
Waiting.
this.
Yeah.
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 Okay. What would support you to be accountable or to remember this? Remember this. What would give you some structure so that you're not, doing it alone?
Hmm. I think I'd tell a friend. So there's a friend with whom I have such conversations. Not exactly like this, but yeah, we talk about
Mhm.
stuff in life. And when we learn some things that are useful to each other, we like share stuff like this. So
Mhm.
sometimes we run experiments and we say, hey, I'm going to try this week. I'm going to try this for the next few weeks. So maybe I'll tell him, I'll keep him posted. Like, this is what I'm
Mhm.
going to try for the next few weeks, bro. And he'll check in when we talk the next
Yeah.
time and ask how it's going.
Incredible. I love that you have that. I wish that for everyone.
Yeah.
And maybe you can
Yeah.
explore it with him. You can say, can we try being in silence together?
Mm.
It doesn't
Yeah.
just talking
I don't
about
think
it.
he'll mind. Yeah.
Yeah. He can be
Yeah.
like the safe person to do it with first.
Mm. Yeah. Possible. Yeah.
Aditya, I want to honor your courage, the courage to face like the deeper feelings, the courage to be seen in a public forum and to receive coaching in front of some people who are on this live stream. I don't know, so they must know you. So maybe in front of people who knew
Mm,
you,
yeah,
and like the willingness to admit there's anger, there's resentment. That's very powerful.
yeah. I did feel a bit fidgety about going live, but I also trusted that I could handle it, like because it's okay to be real.
Yeah,
And
you've been
I
real
didn't like
since.
I didn't send out the invite to the people who follow my newsletter, and I might take some space to decide whether to send it out or not. But uh, I enjoyed doing this. It was great.
Yeah, I also it was very pleasurable for me, and I could really feel your you allowed yourself to be in it, and that really gives me a smile. And I'm thinking we can end this live and go on a WhatsApp call and debrief a little bit. Um,
Sure.
so
Okay.
let's say bye to all the people watching. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.
I don't know if it's gonna send an email or whatever, so just fingers crossed that it's not annoying people. I get
Okay.
nervous about the less Substack live feature. Okay, well, yeah. Appreciate everyone who's here. Appreciate you, Aditya. Um, bye for now.
Thanks, Rishi.